Hi, this is Shripriya Madan from Srishti Technology Labs. In this session, let us learn how to create methods with or without return type, with or without parameters. Let me modify the existing student class. First, let me create a method without return type and parameter list. Void, so no return type. Get details is the method name, no parameters. Let me try to print the values of name, city and student ID inside this get details method. Since they are in the same class, you don't have to use the dot operator to print the values. Now I have added all the println statements inside the method. Let me call the method in test student class. To call a method, use dot operator. Object name dot method name. It is st1 dot get details. Since there is no return type, no need to assign this output to any variable. Save the file. Let me run this. You can see the output. No change. What we are doing is whatever println statements we had in the test student class is removed now, and it is getting called using a method called get details. Next, let me create a method with parameter. Void greet string message. Inside this, a simple println statement to print the message. To call this in main, using object, pass the message. Here also you are not having any return type, so you can call this method directly. Save this. Let me run and show the output. You can see the output here. So now the student class is getting bigger and bigger the moment you add methods. The methods are getting called in test student by using dot operator. Finally, let me also create a method with parameter and return type. I want to calculate the sum of 2 marks for the student and return the sum. The return type, I am having it as int. The method name calculate sum. The parameter I am going to pass is int marks1, int marks2. Since you are having a return type, it is mandatory that you need to return something. Return 0 as of now. I will modify the functionality. I have added the functionality and returning the sum. Now to call this in main, st1 dot calculate sum, pass the values 90, 80. But this is having a return type, so you need to return the value using a variable. Int, any variable name you can give. I am giving the variable name as sum. st1 dot calculate sum. In the next line, let me print the sum. So you can see student class is having 3 instance variables and 3 methods. One method without return type and without parameter. One method with parameter and without return type. And one method having both parameters and return type. And all these methods are getting called in test student class using the dot operator. So it is object name dot method name. Let me save this and run this application. So you can see welcome to Java, sum as 170. Suppose say if I want to create one more object, what is the process? I am going to copy paste the complete stuff. I have modified the values for the second student object. When you try to call st.getDetails, these values what you have given for st2 for student 2 will be taken and it will print the name, city and ID. And when you are trying to call st2.greet of welcome back, that value only will be passed to that greet method. So save. Let me run this student class. You can see name Tom, Bangalore 101, sum 170. This is for the first object and this is for the second object. The main problem what we are facing as of now is every time we are using the dot operator to initialize the instance variables. To avoid this, what we are going to see in the next session is to add constructor in the student class. Thank you.